when I was in the grades, I went to a country school. And then I went to, when I started my freshman year, I went to Woodburn. A big school. It wasn't very big. Well, I was thinking about that when I read that. We had a pen was like just a wooden stick, wooden, like a pencil. Only it had a hole in it, and you had a little metal point that you put the base of it in there, and you dipped it in your. You must remember this has been a lot of years ago. I'm 95, and that was what that and a number 2 lead pencil. Yeah. Was what we used, and of course paper was. We never had anything like you guys have got all these equipment and this, that, and the other. We just had the paper, and we didn't have no. And you're probably going to ask me how I ate then if I didn't have that, because but I worked my way through. I helped run a what is it they call it for the, what was it that they called those, when you made the telephone call connections. So it was a thing like this, had bowls and this, that, and the other. And I said it to myself, I don't know how many times, because that's what because I worked for my room and board and worked for that, with that, it'll come to me. Okay. And it was only a block and a half from school, so I went home for lunch. It was old, but it was very pleasant. It had trees around it, and we had a lot of shade, and we didn't have a lot of it. We had a not a football, a baseball diamond. That was all the equipment that we had. We never had this. They didn't have. Women didn't have. The girls didn't have anything except softball, and they didn't get to compete with anybody. The boys had basketball and baseball. Well, on the weekends, my dad came and got me, and then brought me back on Sunday night. But the rest of the time from there on up to school, I walked from their car. Even when I changed school, I only had 3 blocks to go, so I did. My dad had a Model T. There weren't very many. I can remember when we saw a balloon, and it was that it had one man in it. Oh, that was really something. Everybody would in the years since 1930, let's say, until now, it is a tremendous. You'd almost have to relive it to realize how much things have been developed, ideas, new things, new inventions, some good, some bad. I can't remember any wars, no wars, just the regular politics and stuff like that. Things were pretty wonderful, pretty calm. A good childhood, safe. What we raised, we had a nice big garden always, and every farm until that terrible storm that even hit this part too. And I was in the southern and western, but even then everybody had orchards of all different kinds of fruit and stuff, so that we didn't have to buy a lot. We raised chickens and cows and hogs and most of our own, and was wrong with me, 'cause Dad didn't have time to hunt much.